ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino, sa Luzon, sa Visayas, sa Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. Bawat bayan ay sumasaya kapag may labay nagkakaisa. Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, basketball na. Ang bawat labay pinaghahandaan, kaya yumayanig ang bakbakan. Todo suporta ang lahat sa kanya-kanyang kupunan. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Ang bawat laban ay nakakakaba dahil sa husay ng bawat isa. Sigawan ay yumayanig kapag nag 3 points na. Bawat bayay di patatalo, buong barangay ay suportado. Kahit ano ang mangyari, sama-sama tayo. Basketball na muna tayo, iwasan na ang mga bisyo. Sports ang laging iisipin, sa droga ay huwag paalipin. Buong bansa'y magsama-sama. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, MPBL na! MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL na! Yan ang liga ng bawat Pilipino sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. Sa Luzon, sa Visayas at Mindanao. MPBL, Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
Patuloy ang aksyon dito sa Liga ng Bawat Pilipino. Your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League 6th season comes back to the Batangas City Coliseum for our main game. Earlier, we saw Negros winning over Bacolod and Iloilo losing to Nueva Ecija. We now approach the main event that features the Battle of Champions. And for our matchup, 2 point guards, a franchise player and a new player. Orlan Momar para dito sa San Juan Knights will be looking to lead his squad against Philip Panyamogan and the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Once again, the Battle of Champions, the San Juan Knights going up against the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio. Juanito, what are you most excited to see between these two squads? Of course, these two teams with established cultures, outstanding franchises here in the league, and furthermore, former champions ito parehong kupunan.
No, personally, I'm just excited with the physicality, the system, and just the culture that most of these teams have. And you know, when you have two former champions face each other, sigurado ka na maganda ang bakbakan and I'm really excited for the game we have at hand.
Of course, Batangas winning Season 1 while it was San Juan winning its Season 2, and we take a look at their numbers so far this season. Juanito, what stands out to you the most?
Well, you know, San Juan has been one of the best offensive teams here in the league. They are at number 1 at 91.9 points a game. But it's actually a very good defensive team in Batangas. They are on the upper echelon on the defense side, only allowing 72 points a ball game. So we are sure that it's going to be a defensive versus offensive game right here. So I just want to see whose game plan will be winning here.
Well, putting the numbers aside, we expect this to be a very quality game between the two former champions. The San Juan Knights have been on a 5-game winning streak. The top offense in the league recently won over the Quezon City Toda Action on their home floor last weekend, 85-72. And actually, Quezon City was able to keep in step with them in this game, but they used a big third quarter to be able to pull away.
Well, that was led by, of course, Orlan Wamar. Then that third quarter, that second half had all Orlan Wamar. He was able to lead the team to be able to get that lead eventually, and they were able to cruise away in the fourth quarter for a comfortable lead. We look at the numbers right here, 43%, 18 of 22. They were very aggressive in getting to the line and very efficient at 82%, plus 8 points in the paint. But at the end of the day, it's still the running game of San Juan that will give them the advantage, and they will be going home with a win.
And for the Knights, you know, it's not about how they start games, but how they finish it. They have been really excellent in finishing games. That's why they continue to be at the top of our Northern Division. Number 2 to be exact, behind the Pampanga Giant Lanterns. Well, itong Batangas City, they continue to be one of the top teams in the Southern Division. After losing to the Abra Weavers, they were able to bounce back big time against the Bicolandia Oragons in Pola Oriental Mindoro, 107-94. It was a barrage of 3-point shots para dito sa Tanduay Rum Masters.
Well, in the first half, they were not missing. Of course, led by Philip Manyamongan and all the other guys. They were not missing. in that game, especially in that first half. 51% the whole ball game, shooting 84 shots but making 43 of them. The 3-point field goals, it says for itself, 17 out of 41. Who makes 17 3-pointers in a game? It's Batangas, but the team ball game was just too beautiful. 37 assists para dito sa Batangas and everybody chipping in as well. 46 bench points. And what a ball game by Batangas. The question is, can they keep the consistency? Because they have been out for 2 weeks. They have not played in 2 weeks, so it's going to be very long till they play their next game.
You know, those 17 3-pointers, that's not something that we see every day. But curiously enough, the team that actually set the record for most 3-point shots in the game, the San Juan Knights. So this is definitely going to be an interesting battle. Will we see a battle of two teams shooting from the outside? Pero tingnan muna natin ang ating player matchup that features two of the best power forwards in the league in Juan and Cedric Ablaza.
You know,
two players who play in different styles, but equally are very much successful for their respective squads.
Different style, same impact para sa kanilang mga teams. Juan and Cedric Ablaza are two very important pieces for either of the team. They play very physical. They put a premium in defense and rebounding. And in the end game, you can assure that both of these guys will be inside the court. You see the numbers right here. 7.4 points a game for Zach. 13 points para naman dito kay Cedric Ablaza. But where are they most impactful? It's really their efficiency in 48 and 50%. The pace rebounding almost the same. Just a few more para kay Cedric Ablaza. And of course, they are also able to locate their teammates by giving 2 assists each a ball game, and what a matchup we'll be having here in this ball game.
Parang defense to offense ang labanan dito sa ating player matchup. These two gentlemen are at courtside with our very own Mika Besames.
Tama ka dyan, Javi. I'm with two of the key players of this game. I actually like this matchup very much. Zach Wang and Ced Ablaza. Magandang gabi, mga ginoo. Zach, etong si Ced Ablaza, when he starts his shooting, usually buong game, ganun na siya. Paano nyo siya pinaghandaan, and of course, the rest of Batangas for tonight?
Siguro team effort lang. Alam namin yung kakayanan ni Kuya Ced. So, hopefully, hindi lalabas sa laro ngayon.
Maraming salamat, Zach Wang. Ced, etong si Zach, alam naman natin na isa siya sa X-Factors talaga dito sa San Juan. Very versatile siya. Kahit ano kaya niyang gawin. Nandyan lang siya lagi, nag-aabang ng bola. Paano niyo siya dedepensahan ngayong gabi?
Siguro, syempre, pinanaktis namin yung defense namin about San Juan. Syempre, isa siya sa mga key players ng San Juan at pinagandaan namin siya. Syempre, masipag yung batang to tapos rebound na rebound. So, kailangan namin siyang mag-focus din kami sa kanya sa defense. Ayun lang.
Maraming salamat, Ced. Ced, anong gusto mo sabihin sa lahat ng fans na tuluyang sumusuporta sa inyo dito sa loob ng Batangas City Coliseum?
Una-una, syempre, magpapasalamat ako sa buong Batangas City na nagsusupport sa amin every game. Saka kay Vice Gov at saka kay Pangulo. Saka kay Kong, kay Mayora.
Maraming salamat, Ced Ablaza. Now it's gonna be Batangas versus San Juan. Miguel Pere, take it away.
And here we go, mga kaliga, with our main game here at the Batangas City Sports Coliseum. It's the battle of the two champions between San Juan and your Batangas City. Live on the official MPBL Facebook page, YouTube channel, MPTV Signal Channel 98, MPTV Channel 53 on satellite, and on Pilipinas Live app. The 2024 Manny Pacquiao's MPBL Season 6, brought to you by Extreme. Let's meet our starters. First, for the MPBL Tattoo Cup champions, San Juan Knights. Go for gold! Starting at guard number 14, Ajem Miranda. Also at guard number 19, Paulo Hernandez. Center number 2, Mike Calisan. Forward number 15, Arvin Gamboa. And the other forward, number 16, Zach Wang. The San Juan Knights go for gold is led by the team owner, Honorable Senator Jingoy Estrada. Assistant coaches, Nani Apondulan, and the original Tapal King, Philip Cesar. Team consultant is Congressman Brian Yamsuan. Team manager is Jun Usman. Co-team owner is Jeremy Go. And now, Batangas City, get on your feet, cause it's time to meet the starting unit of your MPBL inaugural season champions, Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. Starting at center, number 27, the KING to the VIP, King Importante. One guard, number 1, CJ Isid. Forward, number 19, from Malvar, Batangas, O'Neil Arim. Two guard, number 25, Philip Yamogan. And at power forward, number 23, Sed Ablasa. Batangas City Tanduay Ram Masters is led by J.R. Aquino, with Warren Kapitan John Arenas and Dino Ponce Enrile. Assistant Team Manager Gilbert Alea. Team Manager is Gin Alabanza. LGU partner is Congressman Marvin Marino. Team owner is Mr. Lucio Tan.
Our starting five of the game brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max for the away squad. The San Juan Knights, they will be beginning this matchup with AJ Miranda, Paolo Hernandez, Mike Alisan, Zach Wang, and Arvin Gamboa. For the home squad, the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, they will be beginning with CJ Isid, Philip Panyamogan, King Importante making his way back into the starting lineup here, joined by Seta Blaza and O'Neil Arim. Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters still without head coach Cholo Villanueva, who is still recuperating. Shout out to you, Coach Cholo. We wish you the best as you try to make your way back. We miss you here in the league, but I'm sure you're doing well here. Your Batangas City squad trying to get a win here against the San Juan Knights. Hernandez on to Kalisaan. Kalisaan gets a screen from Hernandez. Small to big right there on that two-man game. Unfortunately, Kalisaan fails to hit the jumper. Thank you so much for joining us. This is Javi Palanya, joined by Coach Juanito Gregorio and Ms. Mika Abisamis. Juanito, what is supposed to happen here for both squads to be able to get a good start?
Well, you know, you have to be able to follow your game plan. I'm sure they prepared very well for this ball game. It was 6 days since the last game of San Juan and 2 weeks since the last game of Batangas. So I'm sure the scouting teams of both of these squads have been on point. You just have to be able to know what the plan is.
Two of the best coached squads in the MPBL, ito San Juan and Batangas City. As I mentioned, two of the best coachers as well. And that's no surprise considering they have been former champions already. The Knights getting a stop, and Zach Wang seeing Paolo Hernandez all alone on the other side.
San Juan will be using a very young starting five here. You put AJ Miranda, Paolo Hernandez, Arvin Gamboa, and Zach Huang alongside veteran in Mike Kalisaan.
Of course, AJ Miranda and Paolo Hernandez recently drafted in the PBA draft last Sunday, held at the Glorieta Activity Center. We're very much proud of all the MPBL players that were drafted. Majority of the players drafted were all from the MPBL. As we take a look at their fast break of the game, brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. 2-0 is the score. Miranda trying to extend the advantage here for the Knights. Hernandez passes up on the 3. Miranda from the corner, hand in the face. It's a push. That's a foul against Batangas City. It's going to go against King Importante. Importante has not been in the starting lineup for quite some time now para dito sa Batangas City. He has always been a staple in the starting lineup para kay Coach Cholo Villanueva, but Batangas City trying to go a different direction and putting him off the bench. At this time, they decide to send him back into the starting unit.
No usual bigs para dito sa Batangas. Chris Porter, Amboluto, and also Mark Cruz not in the starting unit.
This is a fast five para dito sa Batangas City, trying to counter the fast five of the San Juan Knights.
You know, both of these teams will be playing chess here. They'll be trying to answer each other's game plans. Gonna be very, very interesting.
If you're gonna look at the roster, top to bottom, parang pareho yung composition.
Yes. You know, both are 12-man deep in the roster. kahit sinong ipasok, talagang makakatulong. It's really a matter of game planning and execution where it will really play a very big factor in today's ball game.
4-0. Batangas City yet to get on the board. Importante receives the pass from Panyamogan. There's a foul underneath. That's gonna go against San Juan.
You know, we're only the first 2 minutes of the ball game, but they've been playing very physical right away. And I think this is gonna be very, very interesting because we have not yet seen the veterans of Batangas.
And you could already see the chess match here early on from both squads. Panyamogan, you can't leave him that wide open. Lucky break there for the Knights. Hernandez stops and pops. He was fouled on the three-point attempt by Ced Ablaza.
And I think this is one of the more interesting sides. If you have not played the basketball game in 2 weeks, medyo magkakaroon ka ng konting kalawang. And you see it from Batangas. They were already playing red hot before their game in Pola Mindoro. But after that, having a 2-week break will give you a little bit of a somewhat cooler entering this ball game. So let's see how they can answer right away because they've already given up 5 points here in the first quarter.
Hernandez was scoreless from the field in their last game against Quezon City. He shot all of his 4 points from the free throw line. He was a perfect 4 out of 4. Played 9 minutes and 48 seconds. Si Paulo Hernandez, a standout coming from Mapua University. Hernandez makes good on the second. He's 2 out of 2. Always has been a dead shot from anywhere on the floor actually. Ito si Paulo Hernandez.
Old school type of guy. One guy who is very deadly from the mid-range. That's why sarap panoorin because you're watching 80s, 90s basketball type dito kay Paulo Hernandez.
Ito yung player na pwede mo tawaging specialist.
Yes.
At you know what? Hernandez has actually been trying to expand his game, trying to explore more opportunities, attacking the basket. Ced Ablaza, meanwhile, left wide open, knocking down that three-point shot from the right corner.
Off the handoff, someone was bound to get open. That was a good find coming from his teammate. Ced Ablaza making that three.
The Dwyer Masters finally on the board. Juan cross court to Hernandez. You make a shooter shoot 3 straight free throws, you expect him to really recalibrate. The next open look that he gets, he will make it just like that last one.
That's right, Javi. Makukuha mo yung warm-up mo with those free throws, especially 3. That's really rare, getting 3 free throws. So that gives him enough confidence to take that 3.
Arim misfires from the outside. Zach Wang getting pushed there by King Importante, and it will stay with the Tanduay Rum Masters here.
Let's watch his 3 right here first. Off the drive, Importante sees a wide open corner. Instead, Ablaza delivers with a wide open 3.
A 3-point shot brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Actually, those were 2 3-point shots. Ablaza and Hernandez. Isit will fire and hit.
This is their home court at the end of the day, so you have to respect anyone who is outside para dito sa Batangas.
17 3-point shots in their last game against the Oragons. Itong Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. They get a stop here, but they're going up against the team that set the MPBL record for most 3-point shots in a game by a team. This is the San Juan Knights. It's raining now inside the Batangas City Coliseum. And it's raining in the right place on the side of the Tanduay Rum Masters.
4 minutes in the ball game. 4 threes made already by both teams. And what a start we are having here.
San Juan's record was 27 made three-pointers. That happened against Mindoro franchise a couple of seasons back. And AJ Miranda trying to join in on the three-point party. He does so with that outside shot. So both teams refusing to back down here in the first 5 minutes of the game. 13-9. The lead is 4 for the Knights. Panyamogan trying to break free. He sets the screen instead. Ablaza dumps a pass down low to Arim. Shot clock at 6. Panyamogan gets the screen. Panyamogan will launch. Panyamogan is short from the outside. Hernandez once again leaking out. One fake, puts it up and in.
Too easy. Automatically, Paulo Hernandez, every time Batangas makes a mistake, he is leaking out. That's already 4 easy points para kay Paulo Hernandez and 10 in total in the first quarter.
Imagine you have Paulo Hernandez starting the game and you still have AC Soberano on that bench, the best three-point shooter of the league. That's a miss coming from Batangas City. 15-9, a chance to extend this lead. Gamboa against Panyamogan, almost stripped there. That's a walk against Arvin Gamboa.
That's a good read. They just closed down on this option. No other option para dito kay Arvin Gamboa but to try and do something else, and that will lead to a travel right there.
Before that, let's see that three-point shot coming from AJ Miranda, one of the draftees of the recently concluded PBA draft alongside fellow Knights, that guy, Paolo Hernandez and Mike Malonzo. Dexter Apinan has entered the game, and just the way to start this matchup, gets the foul against Arvin Gamboa. That's 2 straight boo-boos coming from the former Papua player. Apinan, those are his numbers this season. 7 points, 6 rebounds, only 46.4%. But he makes the first free throw. Apinan hasn't always been a good free throw shooter throughout his career.
Not really his comfort zone to si Dexter Apinan, but you can expect him to keep on attacking, especially if he sees his matchup is way younger than him in Arvin Gamboa.
Imagine, you know, it has been possible for Dexter Apinan. He has carved out the career without having to shoot from the outside. And he's a lefty.
Playing already many years here in pro basketball league sa Pilipinas, he has really made a name for himself.
15-11, AJ Miranda snaking his way through the defense. Kicks it out to Nico Panganiban na bagong pasok sa laro na to. Look at Zachary Wang, the new versus the old in that rebounding battle against Dexter Apinan.
It's a lefty battle we're gonna have here in the post, a very physical lefty battle.
You think Dexter Apinan might be staring at the mirror here guarding Zach Wang?
Medyo. You know, I see the difference. I see the similarities in their game. Very physical, always gunning for that rebound. Just pure hustle, guys.
Wang extending his range. He will drain that outside shot.
Well, he shows that I have something that Dexter Apinan does not have consistently, and that's the three-point shot. Zach Wang stretching out the floor here.
That's his first basket of the game. 3 points, 2 rebounds, and 4 assists already para kay Zach Wang. Ablaza spins away from the defense, and you hear the oohs and the ahs here inside the Batangas City Coliseum.
And rightfully so, that move was just so beautiful. Going to the left, the defender follows through and spins to the right. What a beauty galing dito kay Sed Ablaza.
Ablaza already with 8 points in this game. He's trying to catch up to the total of Paulo Hernandez, who has 10, and he is featured rightfully so in our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki.
Just too smooth, just too beautiful. Attacking Arvin Gamboa on that right side. Said Ablaza showing the beauty of the spin.
Papa Reynel Hugnatan has now checked in for the San Juan Knights. Wang is at the free throw line, makes his first free throw. There you see Reynel Hugnatan, assistant coach as well for the Meralco Bolts in the PBA. Punta muna tayo kay Ms. Mika Abisamis at courtside.
It was never an option for Batangas to not enter the playoffs. They have always been a playoff team, as we know. But this season, although still one of the strongest contenders, they acknowledge how it has gotten harder to compete. They gotta keep reminding each other about their goals. They learned a lot from that Abra game when they lost 14 points, biggest this season. As we mentioned, they have gone through the errors and adjusted them immediately. Today, they face the tough San Juan Knights, and they admit they won't win on individual goals. It's their usual Batangas system that needs to come out tonight. And well, the bonus of their deadly shooters, Sed Ablaza, has started. Javi, Juanito.
Thank you so much, Mika. You know, that always has been one of the strongest suits of any Coach Cholo Villanueva coached squad. It's their ability to bounce back.
Yes. You know, it's a culture thing. One of the best cultures in the MPBL is certainly coming from Batangas. You feel it, you know it, and it's just a pure vibe. So far, they've been struggling in the first quarter, but bouncing back, I'm sure they'll be doing that the next 3 quarters.
Oh, they definitely are going to have to make some adjustments defensively against Zach Wang, who now has 2 3-point shots already in this game, stretching the San Juan lead to 9, 22-13, under 3 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Ochea puts the ball on the deck, tries to hook a pass to Apinan, couldn't handle it underneath. That's another turnover for the Rum Masters.
A little dribble drive motion galing dito sa Batangas, but they were not able to communicate well on that last possession. Will lead to a turnover itong Batangas.
Extra Maiquez will come in for Mike Alisan, as will MJ De La Virgen para naman dito sa panig ng Batangas City. Orlan Mamar has now come on as well para naman dito sa San Juan Knights, the franchise player of this squad, now making his first appearance in this game.
This is the second straight game where Orlan Wamar is coming off the bench para dito sa San Juan Knights, but it has been working. The last game, he did not start the best first half, but in the third quarter, all of a sudden, biglang rumagasa itong si Orlan Wamar.
This kind of ploy just maybe ensures San Juan that for the second unit onwards, there will be an Orlan Omar to control the offense, as Zach Juan has been dominating the defense of Batangas City here in the first period.
Well, either with the young guns or with the veterans, Zach Wang will continue to do his work here, and that is to crash the boards each and every time. And Zach Wang has been starting strong here. They'll be going out with the lead 24-13 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Up next for the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters, this is going to be quite the schedule para sa kanila, as they will be facing the defending champions, the Pampanga Giant Lanterns, at the Brenzigiao Convention Center on July 22. 5 days after that, they will be trooping on over to the Carlasao Sports Complex to face the very win-hungry Pangasinan Heatwaves, and then after that, they have Bacolod up next on their schedule. 3 equally difficult games. First of all, you're going up against the defending champions, and then you're going up against a team that is hungry for a win in Pangasinan, as well as Bacolod.
And both of those games are going to be in the home courts of Pampanga and Pangasinan. So, mahirap-hirap ang schedule. So, they have to be able to start out well here in their own home court.
Donachea coming out of that timeout, trying to start well para sa Batangas City, getting the 2 points, and they get the turnover here. Apinan, strong with that basketball. Nico Panganiban could not swipe it away from him. As a 13th foul against the Knights. They lead by 9, 24-15. 1 minute and 41 the time remaining here in the first quarter. There you see Coach J.R. Aquino, interim head coach for Batangas City, while Coach Cholo Villanueva recuperates. Ablaza goes inside, tried to drop it off to Apinan. That's another turnover for Batangas City. Panganiban on the run, kicks it out to Wamar. Wamar, one dribble, pull up, money.
San Juan really stepping up their defensive ball game right here. I'm not used to seeing Batangas have a lot of turnovers, especially in the first half. But the defensive game plan of San Juan has been on point here. They've forced a lot of misses. They've forced a lot of turnovers.
That's right. Batangas City not really the type to turn the ball over too much. Apinan went on a fishing expedition right there against 2 white shirts. Apinan will take 2 shots here. This was the steal, and Panganiban, look at him vacuum in the defense and then kick it out to Orlan Omar. That's just too easy for a good shooter like Orlan Mamar Jr.
That's always money para dito kay Orlan Mamar. So you have to be able to slow down the game para dito sa San Juan Knights. If they are playing quick, this is always the game that San Juan likes.
Apinan able to get the first free throw. So far, both squads have not yet missed from the free throw line in this game. Thank you, Jexter.
Muntik ka pang mabate
Thank
ni
you.
Javi.
Kanina kasi 100% si John Wilson sa season.
Nabate in the fourth quarter.
Under a minute to play here in the first. Panganiban, gorgeous finish right there.
Might be right-handed, but you can never give the left lane dito kay Nico Panganiban. He loves attacking left, and we saw it once again that he was given the lane. Strong attack by Nico Panganiban.
Valoria felt that there was contact, no whistle blown. Here's Panganiban again on the left side, tried to go for the Euro. That was a miss. Mike Kiz is there to save the day.
San Juan's offense has been working to perfection here. The running game, their half-court sets, their three-pointers, everything is going the side of San Juan here. They already have 30 points in the first quarter.
They are humming like a well-oiled machine here. Itong San Juan Knights. A chance for the last shot. Wamar will control it. Looks at the time. Crosses over De La Virgen. Wamar to the right side. Hugnatan, he can hit that. Papa Ray for three to beat the first quarter buzzer.
And 33 points is just too much. San Juan is just playing beautiful basketball. Above 50% in their field goals. And everything working their way. You see right here, Orlan Wamar getting all of the attention. Someone was bound to get open. And on the right corner, Reynel Hugnatan was wide open off that drive by Orlan Wamar.
What a setup right there. Everybody just contributing here for the Knights. They have been clicking on all cylinders in the first quarter, establishing this huge advantage. 16 points to be exact, 33-17 our first quarter score, brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. Presenting our Suzuki muscular and sporty fan of the game, just like the Avenus, do more and achieve more with the muscular and sporty scooter from Suzuki. The Avenus, oras na para magmotor. Maraming salamat sa pagdalo sa aming coverage for your main game, the Battle of Champions here between the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters and the San Juan Knights. This is Javi Palanya alongside Coach Juanito Gregorio and Miss Mika Abisamis. Live na live ang Liga ng Bawat Pilipino dito sa Batangas City Coliseum, the home turf of the Rum Masters, who are trying to get a victory here over the San Juan Knights. Top team in the north versus a top team in the south. Chris Porter has checked in for the first time here for the Rum Masters, and right away getting the first foul of Reynel Hugnatan.
Good strong attack by Chris Porter against Reynel Hugnatan right there. He knew that he had a size advantage against Papa Ray. Fishing for the foul right away.
And there you see Porter's numbers this season. 6.3 points, 2 rebounds, 76.5% from the field. But more than those numbers, Juanito, what Porter has brought to this Batangas City franchise is that post threat.
Yes.
An enforcer.
It's actually three things na mabibigay nito ni Chris Porter. Number one, it's that post threat. He can really move on the post. Very, very good post game. Number two, he can stretch out the floor. He can play that pick and pop game. Number three, can play very physical with that size. So very, very good addition para dito sa Rum Masters and sa Chris Porter.
Because prior to his arrival, it was only King Ambuluto who really played that post game para dito sa Batangas City among their big men. Because Jexter Apinan and Cedric Ablaza, they like to attack from the outside. Mike S. Now, that's a guy who likes to finish inside, getting his own miss right there. Even thought he was fouled. 35-18. De La Virgen gets a screen from Porter. Apinan looks inside. No option there. Ochea gets the handoff. Continuous movement here for Batangas City on their offensive set, but that leads to a miss. The Knights are off and running once again. Panganiban able to extricate himself from the defense and draws the foul against Jong Baloria. Baloria hasn't made an impact yet on both sides of the floor here para sa Batangas City. He's been in the game quite some time.
You know, very, very weird. I have not seen Batangas struggle offensively this much. They are being read well by San Juan. All options sinasara nitong San Juan. They're able to really follow the scouting report on the offense of Batangas City.
Well, I think the San Juan Knights did watch that game of Batangas City against Abra. This is almost exactly what happened to the Rum Masters in that game against the Weavers. They were really quieted down in the first 2 quarters, and they couldn't get back into the game after that, despite numerous attempts at a comeback. It's now the biggest lead of the game at 19. Valoria has to get going here. Levy Hernandez is still out para sa kupunan ni Coach J.R. Aquino. Porter hangs in the air, could not get the 2 points. Nagagawan pa sa rebound doon ang dalawang magkampi. At it's San Juan Knights basketball. Wamar assessing the defense. Dangerous pass to Panganiban. Panganiban behind the back. Eventually loses it, but look who gets that. Making stone into goal. Dexter Marquez once again scoring inside.
Sometimes it's skill, sometimes it's luck. But today, it's everything para dito sa San Juan. 50-50 ball. The ball did not know where it was gonna go, yet it landed on the hands of Dexter Marquez. But there will be a technical foul call dito kay Dexter Marquez. He was not happy with that non-call.
Kanina pa siya nagre-reklamo eh. There was also another play wherein he thought he was fouled, and he was complaining while getting back down on defense. Valoria able to sink the technical free throw. Batangas can only hope that that will get Jong Valoria going in this game.
Actually, MJ Deliverhen taking that free throw, but you know you have to get them going. Jong Valoria is one of the best scorers here in the league, but he has not been able to get a lot of shots up yet dito sa larong to.
Porter on the block against Marquez. Porter di mausog-usog. Ito si Dexter Marquez. Look at Dexter Marquez. Wow, but Porter finds an opening. Sorry, miss. Malonzo cutting through the middle. Loses it. Batangas City now on the counter run. What defense being showed there by Malonzo in the backcourt. Ochea free for 3. No good. Malonzo taps it to himself.
Nothing going on the side of Batangas. That was wide open dito kay Don Ochea. Still a miss.
Omar directing traffic here for the Knights. Hugnatan against the fellow lefty in Dexter Apinan. Oh, Apinan called for the foul. Calls just really not going their way here in the first half, talking about Batangas City.
It's an overreach dito galing kay Dexter Apinan. They want the single coverage on Reynal Hugnatan. They think that his skill is enough for him to be able to get some shots up.
The tough thing guarding Reynal Hugnatan is he can finish with both hands. His right hand equally as good as his left.
And not just that, he can locate his teammates. Kaya niya mahanap yung cutter, kaya niya mahanap yung wide open guy on the outside. That's why they will be trusting him to actually facilitate in their offense.
Reynal Hugnatan definitely playing like he's not 47.
He's 47?
Yeah. Imagine that.
And just
Reynal
like-
Hugnatan.
Siya pa yung tumatalon, siya yung mabox out and just doing everything para dito sa San Juan. He can't believe his age.
That's just a testament to how well he has taken care of his body and how well he has been preparing for the physicality and just the overall play here in the MPBL. At that time, he fails to stop Jong Valoria, who was able to get his first bucket of the game. A turnover for the Knights. Orlan Noir jumping up and down. He wants a challenge here. Let's see if Senator Jinggoy obliges. They're going to want to save it for
They're up
later purposes.
They're still up by 20. Di pa naman kailangan magmadali on the challenge right here. Good stop by Batangas there.
Valoria puts it up, gets his own miss. Second serving is good para kay Jong Valoria.
Now they're setting up Jong Valoria more. They know that if he's scoring going, everybody goes along with it. Jong Valoria, 4 straight points para sa Batangas.
Explain to us, Juanito, the difficulty that is on the shoulders of Jong Valoria now that Levy Hernandez continues to be out.
Well, you know that those wing guys have always been carrying itong Batangas City. It's always been the system. But in terms of single scoring or someone stepping up para dito sa Batangas, it's always been Jong and Levy. But now that Levy is still injured, Jong Valoria needs to do extra alongside with his teammate for them to be able to mount a comeback against San Juan here.
Well, Batangas City will have to work extra, double, triple, maybe even quadruple here. They're still staring at a 20-point lead. Every basket by Batangas City has been answered by San Juan in this run that they have been attempting to go on to come back. Chris Porter missing from the outside. That's another stop for the Knights, and they will be off and running. That is the dangerous hesitation and finish coming from Orlan Mamar.
Dangerous may be an understatement para dito kay Orlan Mamar. Once he does that hesitation, he can just do so much. He has a pull-up game. He can actually shoot it from the 3, or he can drive it like that. Explosive and just too scared. Orlan Mamar extends the lead to 22 here.
5 minutes remaining here in the first half. 45 to 23 is the count. Timeout, Coach J.R. Aquino. Omar in their game against Quezon City really stepped up in the second half, particularly in that fourth quarter where he had 9 points, 9 of his 19 coming in the final frame. 8 out of 10 from the field to go with his 7 assists and 3 steals. More on Orlan Mamar coming from our courtside reporter, Mika Besames.
Nakakatuwa ang kwentuhan namin ni Orlan Mamar. I asked about how he developed his speed throughout the years. Sabi niya, sa totoo lang, nagsimula to sa takot ko sa nanay ko. Pag naglalaro ako sa labas, sisigaw siya, Orly, which is what she calls him, para bumili daw ng ulam. Takbo daw talaga siya pabalik ng bahay. But another guy that helped him develop his speed and skills was his high school coach, Julius Caballero. He wanted me to mention him as he was the guy that gave organization to the ways of Orlan. Today, as one of the best point guards of the league, he continues to run, not just for speed, but to run the place of San Juan. Javi and Juanito.
Thank you so much. Amazing report coming from Mika Besames. Ikaw ba, na-develop mo rin yung speed mo kasi lumalayo ka sa nanay mo?
Oo. Hindi, actually sa tatay ko.
Coach Alan, shout out to you if you're watching. Yan na yung dahilan kung bakit mabilis tumakbo si Juanito Gregorio. Batangas City, they continue to struggle in this game, and Orlan Mamar and company have had a big hand in that. The defense continues to hold up, and even open looks by Batangas City have not been able to be converted by them.
It gets to you. You know, when you struggle and you keep on missing, even the wide open shots will go into your mind. They have to get one thing going and be able to ride that rhythm. And this may be it para dito kay Sed Ablaza.
Little switch of the hand in midair there galing kay Sed Ablaza, pero 20 pa rin ang hinahabol nila dito. Under 4 minutes to go in our first half. Look at Orlan Mamar, just a master with that basketball. Misfiring on the perimeter shot, but Mike Malonzo just right there. It's so easy for the shooters of San Juan to just hoist up those kinds of jumpers, knowing that you have guys like Mike Malonzo and Mike Calisan to get the offensive rebound.
Alongside Arvin Gamboa as well. These guys are very athletic, very versatile, and just pure skill para dito sa San Juan.
That was our fast break of the game. Brought to you by New Star Max. Win to the max. Sed Ablaza finishing in transition para sa Batangas City. There you see the numbers. Mike Malonzo, 7 points. 6.5 rebounds, 75% from the free throw line. Alam mo, talaga, lagi napapailing si Senator Jenggoy pag nagmimintis sa free throw itong San Juan.
Especially in the late game. You actually put a lot of video cameras on Senator Jenggoy pag may nagmimintis sa end game. Di lang iiling, mapapakwalakpak, mapapatawa. Just very, very funny guy.
And that's just a testament to how heavy a premium they put on free throw shooting. That, after all, is one facet of the game.
Oh, yes.
That could work in your favor if you really make the most of those shots. There you go, Batangas City. They're not making free throws. They're not making shots. They're turning the ball over.
Again, not really a game we are used to seeing dito sa Batangas. Usually the more organized team. But San Juan just playing a terrific ball game. At dadagdagan pa yan ni Orlan Wamar. Wide open, no help. Orlan Wamar wide open for the shot.
That's three-pointer number 6 in the game for the Knights. Wamar got a hand in that steal. Soberano with a basketball. That's another dead shot from the outside. In fact, the best shooter in the MPBL from three-point country. And here he is. He puts the ball on the deck. Step back jumper. Wala yan. Maybe just a warm-up jump shot for the best shooter in the MPBL, AC Soberano. Ramirez goes cross-court to Panyamogan. Philip from the corner. In and out. Still couldn't fall inside. Ambuluto called for the foul. It was a hold against Arvin Gamboa.
The struggle continues para dito sa Batangas. One guy they have to get going is the last player of the game, who is Philip Panyamongan. Scored more than 20 points in that last game. But today, Philip has not made a single attempt here in this ball game.
And curiously, he was on the bench for quite some time too.
They're trying to find the right mix. Itong Batangas. They're putting in RJ Ramirez here in the court to probably add some speed. They're trying to get MJ De La Virgen going. But the game plan of San Juan has just been on point here. At makita naman natin ang pag-iling ni Coach Jinggoy sa mintis na free throw.
The Knights now 9 out of 12 from the 15-foot parallel. Second free throw trickles in para kay Arvin Gamboa. Only a 62.5% free throw shooter this season. 52-27. Malayo pa ang hahabulin dito ng Batangas City. 2 minutes of change remaining in the first half. Panyamogan now trying to mix things up inside. He hasn't been able to knock down shots from the outside. He's going to try and get lucky here at the free throw line. Just as scores too.
They need a little bit more aggressiveness itong Batangas. They're playing a little bit tentative with their half-court setups. You see the averages of Philip Panyamogan, 15 points a game, 4 rebounds and 4 assists. So it's never a question of talent or skill para dito kay Philip Panyamogan. But this is a guy who needs to get his rhythm going for him to eventually be hot in the ball game.
Only the third game of the season para dito kay Philip Panyamogan, coming on over to Batangas City via the free agent and trade window that happened or just concluded a couple of weeks ago. Ito si Panyamogan has actually already been fully incorporated into the squad because this is a coaching staff that he's already played for before.
Makati.
Back pass by Ramirez going to nobody. That was intended for MJ De La Virgen.
And you know, that was already, he could have been wide open on that corner play. You know that they execute that normally in their practices, but in that last play, sobra lang sa pasa itong si RJ Ramirez.
Marvin Taiwan making his first appearance in this one. How deep is this San Juan roster in terms of the guard rotation?
You know, even this guy, Galinato, is only entering the ball game right now.
Galinato loves the one-on-one game. Galinato, though, misfiring. That was off to the right. De La Virgen bringing it up. De La Virgen uses the Ablaza's screen. He loses it. Gamboa now.
Oh, that's a travel.
Wasn't able to handle the pass there to si John Galinato.
Yun sinasabi natin na meron na siyang gusto mangyari bago pa niya makuha yung bola, and that will lead into a turnover. Probably wanted to attack it or give that pass to the trailer, but bago pa mangyari yun, nag-travel na itong si Galinato.
That's a mistake that still happens to the best of them at any level. Panyamogan gets a basket inside. Going through the teeth of the defense there was Philip Panyamogan.
That's the aggressiveness na hinahanap natin dito kay Philip Panyamogan. A very skilled scorer. He just needs a lot more opportunities, a lot more aggressiveness dito kay Philip.
Again, the Knights extend the lead further, or will Batangas City finish this quarter strong here? They get the stop after that basket by Panyamogan, and here Philip will loop back to the line after the foul there by Philip, or by AC Soberano rather.
See here, off the handoff, there was space on the driving lane, and Philip Panyamogan just taking it strong. One more foul before the penalty here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, wala pa pala sa penalty dito ang San Juan Knights. Panyamogan looking inside to Ablaza. Gamboa switches back on him. Ablaza losing it. That will stay with the red shirts. Ablaza was claiming that he was hit as he tried to spin away from the defense.
A lot of minutes given dito kay Arvin Gamboa. They're trying to make him experience the physicality of the bigs of Batangas. And you know, gotta give props para dito sa coaching staff ng San Juan.
Ablaza inside gets the lucky bounce. 52 to 32. Now one final stop to make here for Batangas City. Last shot time para sa San Juan. 7 seconds left. Does Taiwan know it? Marwin through the Calisan screen. Settles for the outside shot. Air ball. And that's going to be it for our first half. Buluto and Calisan still getting tangled underneath after that shot by Marwin Taiwan. And what a dominant showing on both sides of the basketball here for the Knights in the first 2 quarters, Juanito.
Everything on point para dito sa Knights. They were able to run right away in the first quarter, able to score a lot of 3-pointers as well. And of course, the young guns are really showing out here. Hernandez, Juan, and Wamar. These are the guys really leading the way para dito sa Knights. 26, half of their points coming from 3 guys.
Hernandez with 10, Juan with 9, Orlan Omar with 7 coming off the bench. 3 of the biggest reasons why the Knights are up by 20 heading into the halftime break. Our halftime score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX.
Back at the Batangas City Coliseum for your Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League. My name is Mika Abesames and right now I am joined by a very special guest, Vice Governor Mark Leviste, of course, of Batangas City. Magandang gabi po, Gov. You know, Batangas has been trailing in this game, pero Vice Gov, mararamdaman mo pa rin yung suporta talaga ng mga Batanggenyo dito sa loob ng Coliseum. Ano pong gusto nyo sabihin sa kanila?
Bagaman kami ay medyo nalalamangan ng San Juan Knights at medyo malaki ang diferensya o puntos, ako'y naniniwala na makakabawi po kami, will be able to adjust sa ikalawang bahagi ng laro. There are still 2 quarters left sa ikalawang bahagi or 20 minutes remaining. So anything can happen. It's anyone's ball game. At ako'y naniniwala ng aking mga kababayan dito sa Batangas City ay tuloy-tuloy na mag-cheer at mananalangin. Samahan mo na rin ng panalangin para po swertein at baka sakaling sa uli manalo kami.
Napakaganda po talaga ng positivity nyo, Vice Gov. Bukod po ba dyan, sir, meron po ba kayong mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Well, first and foremost, maraming salamat at magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. I would like to congratulate both San Juan Knights and our very own Batangas Tanduay Rom Masters for putting on a good show during the first half of our main event or marquee match. I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome back to Batangas Province Senator Coach Jinggoy Estrada of San Juan City, as well as thank Congressman Marvy Marino and Mayor Beverly Dimacua of Batangas City Likewise, I would like to thank Mr. Lucitan III of Tanduay for their all-out support of our team and fans. Mga kababayan, palakpakan po natin si Congressman Marino and Mayor Beverly Di Macua. Ganun din ang ating Batangas, Tanduay, Ram Masters. Nais ko rin po magbigay pugay, Mika, siyempre kay Senator Manny Pacquiao, Commissioner Kenneth Duremdes, at sa inyo, MPBL family. Maligayang pagdating sa lalawigan ng Magigiting.
Maraming salamat, Vice Governor Mark Leviste. It's always very happy to have you here. Once again, Vice Governor Mark Leviste of Batangas City. Magbabalik po ang Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League.
This is halftime between the San Juan Knights and the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. The score is 52-32. We are still live from the Batangas City Coliseum. The away team demolishing the home squad in those first two quarters.
You know, nothing going the way of Batangas here in the first half. You see the field goals, 51% para sa San Juan. On the other end, only 34 para naman dito sa Batangas. 3-point field goals. After the 3 made by Batangas in the first quarter, they have not been able to score more. But San Juan, 6 out of 12, very efficient. 50%. Rebounding +8. Fast break points +11 para dito sa San Juan. Everything going para dito sa white, red, and blue.
The best offense in the league, showing why they are atop that standing. Also shooting well enough here, 51%. They average 47.6, so better than what they're averaging. Ito San Juan Knights, 18 out of 35. And explain to us more about the frustrations of Batangas City, Juanito. What do they have to work on more come the second half?
No, they have to be able to execute. This is a team that has really relied on team basketball. But here, the scouting report of San Juan has been on point. So they have to be able to find ways in getting buckets right here. You see the leading scorers, Paulo Hernandez with 10, the only guy in double digits. But pero maraming tumutulong dito San Juan. On the other end, after said Ablaza, everybody else is really struggling on the end of the Batangas team here. And we have known this team to be able to have a lot of guys chip in for them to be able to get a lot of wins. So they have to go back to their team basketball dito sa second half.
Philip Anyamogan, who was the best player in that win against Bicol 2 weeks ago in Pola Oriental Mindoro. Only 1 out of 5 this game. Good for 3 points. And all the other guys that are usual contributors para dito sa Batangas City. Jong Baloria, Jexter Abenan also just showing up with 4 points in this game. So more offense and much more defense needed for Batangas City come the third and fourth quarter if they are to come back from this 20-point deficit. Batangas will be beginning the second half with Philip Anyamogan, CJ Isit, O'Neal Arim, John Ambuluto, and Shed Ablaza, while San Juan will be going with Marwin Taiwan, Zach Wang, Dexter Maiquez, Mike Calisan, and Paulo Hernandez. Wang puts the ball on the deck. Smaller Panyamogan on him. Hernandez goes inside without the basketball. That's off his foot. Turnover right away for the Knights.
Very good start para dito sa Batangas. That is how you want to be able to start the second half. Slowly but surely, you can mount a comeback if you do the right things.
Batangas looking for another win here, as is San Juan. The Knights are on a 5-game winning streak. Itong Batangas City, they are winners of back-to-back games after that loss against the Abra Wavers. Taiwan trying to spin away from the defense. They go to the left side. Huang hounded there by Ambuluto. Maiquez will take it. That's his favorite spot on the floor, but he misses. Masyado malakas yung attempt na yun. Galing kay Dexter Maiquez. A foul on O'Neal Arim that will keep possession with the Knights.
The size of San Juan has just been too much para dito sa Batangas so far. They have not been able to get the rebounds, resulting in a lot of pushing on the rebounding end.
They trigger into Wang. Zach attacks to his strong side, decides to give it up at the last minute. That's a turnover against the Knights. So back-to-back TOs to start the second half para dito sa koponan ng San Juan.
Pagkakataon para dito sa Batangas for them to be able to enter the scoring column right away.
Isit will jumpstart the offense here at the half court for the red shirts. Ambuluto offers the roadblock. Isit spins to the left. Isit puts it up. They have missed a number of point-blank shots in this game.
And those are shots they usually make in any other game. But today, it's just a different kind of ball game para dito sa Batangas.
Calisan gets it underneath, puts it up. Kind of out of control on that attempt. Panyamogan now. Philip leaves it for Ambuluto. Ambuluto goes up. Still no go. Ablaza gets the offensive rebound. Sed gets it up against Maiquez. That's short as well. Ambuluto, wala pa rin.
The fans can't believe it. I can't believe it. The coaching staff can't believe it. Those are shots that you just have to put inside the basket. Pero minsan may mga araw talaga na walang pupunta sa iyo. And it's been that kind of a ball game para dito sa Batangas.
That's been the story of tonight's matchup here against San Juan. Marvin Taiwan missing badly from the outside. That was a good challenge by Batangas City.
That's the second foul on Buluto in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter.
So far, no team has scored here in the third period. CJ Isit actually playing against his former squad tonight on a championship with the Knights back in Season 2. This is the Battle of Champions, the Season 1 winners versus the Season 2 champions, Batangas and San Juan. Taiwan goes to the right side. Zach Wang feeling very confident about that outside shot tonight. Misfiring from three-point cut. Maikes put on the line. Wala rin yan. Shot clock did not reset. Hernandez from the corner. Masyado malakas. Look at the battle here for that loose ball between the two squads.
Those were 3 offensive rebounds para dito sa San Juan. Batangas has to be able to find a way in boxing out the players of San Juan. San Juan on the other end, they're playing like they're the ones down.
Almost 3 minutes into the third quarter and still no team has scored here. Ablaza attacks baseline, puts it up, left hand finish is good.
It's a good find galing dito kay CJ Isit. He was the one that orchestrated that offense. What seems like there was no more options, said Ablaza was open on the corner.
14 points in the game, the only player in double figures para dito sa Batangas City. Wang pops out, fast pass inside to Mike Kiz, who gets into the corner. Calisan will not make it. Look at Hernandez leap for that board. Another possession for the Knights. Taiwan straight away 3, bottom.
Gotta give credit to Paulo Hernandez on that play, not stopping even after the miss. He was the one that forced the ball to go back to their side. And once again, Marvin Taiwan will be left open on that middle end.
Three-pointer number 7 for the Knights in this game, while Batangas shooting just 3 out of 16 from downtown. Panyamogan on the right side against Hernandez. Arim, baseline jumper, in and out. And he continues to struggle. Ito si Oni Larim, as is the whole Batangas City squad in this game. 55-34. Wang up top to Hernandez. Taiwan from the motion offense gets fouled on the three-point shot.
You see the struggle of everybody right here. They tried to fight over, but Marvin Taiwan still was able to find a way in fishing for a foul. May mga araw talaga na lahat gagana para sa'yo. They're trying to execute. Even the secondary options work their way.
Yellow light in front of Miguel Pere is on. Batangas City will challenge that last foul call on the shot of Marvin Taiwan. There you see Coach J.R. Aquino huddling up his troops. Highly uncharacteristic for his squad to be playing this way, especially after an impressive offensive performance against the Bicolandia Oragons, where they shot 17 threes.
Not really the type of performance that we're used to seeing from Batangas. But I'm sure they will be adjusting in the last 16 minutes of the ball game.
We'll take a short break. Pagbalik, ang resulta ng coach's decision.
Upon review, the challenge was unsuccessful.
Unsuccessful challenge para kay Coach J.R. Aquino. Take a look at it again right here. There's the shot by Taiwan, and then Isit coming on over to chase him, fighting over the screen. The foul was against Panyamogan.
Good challenge para kay Isit kasi hindi niya tamaan. It was actually on Panyamogan who actually hit. Itong si Marvin Taiwan.
So Taiwan taking 3 free throws here. He takes care of business on the first. There you see Levy Hernandez, the sideline gunner for Batangas City.
Oh, how they need him right now. Someone who can instantly give them points from the inside, from the outside. Mararamdaman mo yung pangangailangan nila dito kay Levy Hernandez.
Especially because Jong Baloria, supposedly his counterpart in the second unit, still unable to produce.
One guy not here as well is Mark Cruz, who could have helped them in terms of rebounding and also having that interior offense for them. So talagang masakit-sakit ang mga players na wala dito sa Batangas.
This three-point shot is brought to you by Extreme One-Stop Shop Appliances. Marvin Taiwan holding the fort at the point guard spot para dito sa San Juan Knights. Came in late in the second quarter and he now starts the third period. Apinan getting the steal, one of the league leaders. It's steals per game. Dexter Apinan finishing the play there for Batangas City. 6 points in the game.
Able to read that passing game well. Able to get that easy too. They need a lot more of those for them to be able to slowly come back in the game.
Hernandez against Isit. 2 former Mapua standouts. Taiwan from the corner. That's a good-looking three-point shot coming from Marvin Taiwan.
All 8 points of San Juan coming from Marvin Taiwan here.
That's three-pointer number 8 in the game for the Knights. Batangas City still at 3 out of 16. This guy has to get going here for Batangas City. Panyamogan. Pass well read there by Hernandez. Ablaza attacks inside, hops into the lane, gets the 2 points.
Tough attack galing dito kay Sed Ablaza, but it's pure skill galing sa kanya. They're attacking inside more, which is a better offense they're playing right here, but they have to be able to make stops against San Juan.
60-38. Still a long road to travel here para dito sa Batangas City. That's a foul on the double team attempt there by Sed Ablaza and Philip Panyamogan, but it's Ablaza who will be charged with the personal.
Watch that again. Almost a turnover para dito sa San Juan, but Marvin Taiwan was just in time, and on the other end, quick attack by Sed Ablaza.
He's the only bright spot here so far in this game para dito sa Batangas City. Dexter Apinan looking to light the fire underneath his squad right now. He gets another steal. Ablaza was wide open on the baseline. They'll reset this one instead. Apinan, top ball screen for Panyamogan. To the corner they go. Ochea passes up on the three. Ochea lost his balance before going up. That was because he was fouled as a bump against Juan.
I like seeing them a little bit more aggressive here in this quarter. They're not settling for the three. They know that they're struggling from the outside, so they're attacking more. We saw it from Ablaza. We saw it from Apinan. Now we're seeing it from Don Ochea. These are the usual guys that will be doing the scoring load in terms of attacking para dito sa Batangas.
Ochea able to get the first free throw. 3 points in the game for the former Adamson Soaring Falcon. 60-39. 6 minutes almost have gone by here in the third frame. This free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. That's 2 for 2 coming from Don Ochea. Paparinel Hugnatan will return to the game para dito kay Dexter Maiquez. Full court pressure to be applied here by the Rum Masters.
Maybe try to get some energy in here.
Taiwan eye-to-eye here against CJ Isit. Taiwan now calling out the play. Hernandez wanted it at the post against Panyamogan, but they decide to go to the left side. Zach Wang, almost a turnover para sa kanya. The Knights will still keep it with 7 under 24. It's going to be a baseline throw in here for the Knights. Hernandez sees Kalisan. What a nifty read right there. Galing kay Mike Kalisan, seeing that the middle was wide open there. And the pass coming from Paulo Hernandez. Good recognition coming from him.
Pure patience galing dito kay Mike Kalisan. Inantay niya na makalabas yung kanyang teammate to really space it out. And when everybody was confused with the switches, Mike Kalisan was able to cut through the middle.
First free throw is good. Punta muna tayo kay Mika Besames.
Before basketball, Mike Calisaan was a bronze medalist for high jump when he was with San Sebastian in the NCAA juniors. Today, he feels he does not jump that high anymore. Instead, he improved in other things as a basketball player, shooting for one. Gusto lang daw niya mag-improve pa sa dribbling niya para naman daw makatulong siya kay Orlan itawid ang bola. Javi and Juanito.
Thank you so much, Mika. Great report once again.
Very interesting. Dito sa San Juan, AJ Miranda once held as well the record in the UAAP juniors for triple jump, and then gold medalist din itong si Mike Calisaan. So it looks like the track team in San Juan is something that have been their strength.
Yeah, that seems to be the proper way to go. To start your way off by being a track star and then moving on over to basketball.
Pero pwede rin Louis Vigil, di ba? Kanina we reported he started from chess. So
I do not know of any other player who was a varsity player in chess before going into basketball. Don Ochea finishing on the break there, but this is still a 20-point lead they're staring at. Hernandez bringing the ball up court here for San Juan. Hernandez has certainly held his own here against a much more veteran player in Philip Panyamogan. Now that is a very veteran player, Reynel Hugnatan, training the jumper.
I just saw it from the release. You just know it's gonna go in, and that is what Papa Ray will give to you.
Porter back in the game here for Batangas City. He hands it off to Ochea. Ochea jumps a pass to the left corner. Isit doesn't settle. Isit puts it up and in.
That's a hard attack galing dito kay CJ Isit, but he was able to explode on the attack, was able to get a foot in, was able to leave the defender.
Now they're making shots, talking about Batangas City. Unfortunately, they haven't been stopping San Juan from making shots of their own.
They're not playing the good defense they usually play in their ball games.
Isit leaves it for Apinan. Up and under, wala rin yan. Ochea gets it. Panyamogan goes inside, attacks, leaves it for Apinan. Basket and one para kay Dexter
A
Apinan.
little dribble drive action by Batangas. Eventually, someone was bound to get open, and was Dexter Apinan off that drop pass galing dito kay Philip Panyamongan. You see that again. Everybody helping out on Panyamogan. Dexter Apinan gets that wide open layup.
Panyamogan hasn't been scoring, so he might as well just set up his teammates, just like on that play. Getting it to Dexter Apinan. 66-46, 8 points, 3 rebounds, 4 out of 4 from the free throw line so far in this game for the 53.4% free throw shooter, Dexter Apinan. He has yet to miss. That's 5 out of 5. Coach Giaracchino hoping that he makes more in this game to try and combat this deficit that they are staring at.
Batangas is winning this quarter only by 1 point. They have to be able to get more stops if they want a good fourth quarter run.
Orlan Omar is now back in the game. That seems to be the problem here for Batangas City. They seem to have solved the problem by already making baskets and getting some stops against the first unit. Now Orlan Omar comes in. This is Marwin Taiwan, featured in our play of the game, brought to you by Suzuki. Scored the first 8 points of the period for the Knights.
And all of a sudden, itong si Marwin Taiwan will be trooping over to double digits all in 1 quarter. 10 big points for Marwin Taiwan.
Omar also nearing that barrier. (68-47), lead back up to 21. Omar with 8 points in this game. Under 2 minutes to go sa ating third quarter. Ramirez working the two-man game with Apinan. Dexter spins to the right, spins back. Baloria goes inside, finger roll, wala rin. Baloria continues to struggle in this game. Wamar, the in and out, shovels a pass. Calisaan could not finish. Batangas City is off and running here. No look pass from Ramirez. Apinan, a little bit slow here against Reynel Hugnatan. Look at Papa Ray holding his own in the interior.
And not even a lot Papa Ray did. That was just pure IQ galing kay Papa Ray.
Galinato took his time there, missing on the three-point shot. Look at Mike Malonzo try and keep that alive. That's gonna go Batangas City. Alonso only with 3 points in this game. Center Jinggoy right there on the bench.
Always a character.
Oh yeah, for sure. Under a minute to play here in the third quarter. Well, he definitely is a character. He, in fact, was an actor before he became a politician. Ikaw ba gusto mo mag-showbiz?
Ayaw ng showbiz sa akin.
Well, for Baloria, ayaw ng ring sa kanya tonight. John Baloria has struggled greatly in this game. Only 4 points, but he's missed a lot of shots sa laro na to. Hugnatan sees Kalisaan cutting. Ooh, that's travel.
Could have been a good find galing dito kay Reynel Hugnatan. He saw that cutting Mike Kalisaan through the middle.
That's going to be turnover number 11 in the game for the San Juan Knights, but not really like it matters so far at this point. They're up still comfortably by 21 points, 68-47. Now a chance for Batangas City to finish this quarter strong with a bucket. Let's see what they do here. De La Virgen hangs and scores plus the foul.
That's a good attack galing dito kay De La Virgen. Saw that there was a wide open lane there. Got a step against Orlan Wamar. After that contact, he was able to control his body for the two. And there's a chance for them to cut this to 18 entering the fourth.
Oh, this is also a guy that needs to get going para sa Batangas City, MJ De La Virgen. Only 5 points so far sa laro na to. Chance for 6. At trickles in para kay MJ De La Virgen. 6 seconds left here in the third quarter. Wamar takes the 3. Couldn't get it to go. And that's it. 3 quarters down, 1 to go here between Batangas City and San Juan. The Byram Masters showing some signs of life, but the Knights continue to stomp their foot down here against Batangas City.
Batangas was able to stand their ground in that quarter, winning this quarter by 2 points, but still a far ways to go for them to be able to get a comeback.
68-50, our third quarter score brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending GameX. Let's take a look at our player matchup so far. Seth Ablaza winning that individual battle against Zach Wang. He scores 16 points while Zach Wang only with 9. He had a terrific start to this game, draining 3 3-point shots in the first half. Seth Ablaza trying to be that beacon of hope here para sa Batangas City as they try to battle back from an 18-point deficit entering the fourth quarter.
But I'm sure Sed Ablaza would want the other side of this. Zach Wang, 9 points, 9 rebounds in today's ballgame in 17 minutes of play. Sed Ablaza playing terrific individual basketball with 16 and 7 in 20 minutes of play. But the problem is they are down 18 points entering the fourth quarter.
Aside from those 9 points and 9 rebounds, Zach Wang actually also has 5 assists in this game. We now begin the final frame. Batangas City versus San Juan, the battle of champions. The Season 1 winners versus the Season 2 champions. As we take a look at our quarter scoring right there on your screens, Batangas City barely winning that third period.
It's really the first quarter where everything made a change. San Juan with 33 big points, but Batangas finally winning a quarter there.
If you see the trend there, pababa ng pababa yung score ng San Juan. 33, 19, and then 16 in that third quarter.
That's why it's really, really important that you start the game strong. Ooh.
Oh, Orlan Wamar and De La Virgen coming to blows here. Good job by our security though to really come in between here. Apinan trying to restrain MJ De La Virgen. Oh boy.
You don't want this. You don't want this. Rudy Distrito right away in the middle of that.
Oh, you know it's something big when the Destroyer steps onto the floor.
A lot of swinging was seen there.
Oh, we gotta take a look at that again.
Not all the time ay madadala sa emosyon itong si De La Virgen at saka si Wamar. Usually, two cool-headed guys.
Yeah, actually, that's true.
But here, the physicality really getting to both of them.
Oh, you know, also maybe the pressures of this game. Both teams wanting to secure a hold on the respective spots in their respective divisions. And you're hearing a lot of booing here from the fans inside the Batangas City Coliseum. After all, they're looking out for their own here. You saw Orlan Wamar try to show a piece of his back to his teammates. Mukhang may kalmot siguro na nangyari.
So I think he was unhappy with the contact there. But no, we didn't see it. It was really on the far corner.
Yeah.
On the left. We were looking at the inbounder and all of a sudden, off ball, merong action na nangyari dito kay Orlan Wamar at kay MJ De La Virgen.
And I never actually noticed them getting into highly physical contact sa laro na to. So I don't really know what led up to it.
They're playing tough basketball, but never really saw anything more than just physicality.
MJ De La Virgen, they're being consoled by his teammates on the sideline. Our referee still reviewing what's happened in that last sequence. There might be some ejections here.
Oh, yes.
There were fists thrown.
I'm sure. MJ De La Virgen, the ball game, 6 points, 2 rebounds, alongside 1 assist. Orlan Wamar on the other end, 9 points and 1 assist here in the ball game.
This is going to be an even bigger blow para sa Batangas City if they lose MJ De La Virgen in this game compared to Orlan Wamar.
Number 5, Orlan Wamar Jr. and number 31, MJ De La Virgen.
This is
Orlan Wamar Jr. and MJ De La Virgen both out of the playing court.
And then the elbow coming from Wamar and then tuloy-tuloy na. There you go. So both of these guys is really hitting each other from the start at nagtuloy-tuloy na hanggang sa nag-escalate sa suntukan.
You know, gotta give props to everybody who was quick.
Oh yeah.
To really...
Ang bilis na security team natin.
Both the security team, both their teammates kept their cools. Talagang silang dalawa lang.
Actually.
You know, it was really a one-on-one battle.
It could have been much worse.
It could have been much worse. So, thrown out itong si De La Virgen at si Wamar.
That's the rightful call. I don't think it was gonna be anything less. All right, now explain to us now how Batangas City will try and navigate this 18-point deficit that they are in without one of their main guards.
Well, MJ De La Virgen was really there to give CJ Iset some rest entering the fourth quarter so that at the latter part of the fourth quarter, mas makakapiga itong CJ Iset. But now, with MJ De La Virgen trooping to the locker room, CJ Iset will be forced to play a lot more point guard here. Probably consider RJ Ramirez as well.
On the other side, para San Juan, Orlan Wamar now out, but you've seen guys like Marwin Taiwan and AJ Miranda really stepping it up.
You know, there's a lot of point guards para dito sa San Juan, so a lot more guys can really step up.
There's another call here. I didn't quite hear it. What was the call? Is there a warning? No, it will go the way of San Juan. I didn't really quite hear what Miguel Perez said prior to this inbound.
Medyo ano na ang fans dito.
It's all riled up here inside the Batangas City Coliseum. Galinato goes all the way. Now, this is also a guy who can man the point guard spot. In fact, pareho sila ni Miranda interchangeable at the 1 and 2.
They're usually playing the 2 position, but if you need him to play back in NU, he plays some point guard, plays the 2 position.
Galinato will be taking 2 shots. Ablaza will come back into the game. And Chris Porter will come out para dito sa Batangas City. That's his 3rd personal foul.
Need a little more speed here in this ball game. Not a lot of post game is happening para dito kay Chris Porter. He's been struggling against the likes of Kalisaan, Hugnatan, as well as Maiquez. Really a veteran-laden team here para sa San Juan.
And that's also why we haven't seen a lot of John Ambuluto.
That's right.
Galinato Makes good on the second free throw. Lead back up to 20 here for the Knights. Ramirez to the left side they go. CJ Isit asking for a screen. Gets it from Apinan. Ramirez rejects the ball screen. He decks Galinato. It's a blocking foul against John.
Now the fans are involved here in the venue. They're quite quiet the entirety of the ball game. Pero ngayon, gusto na nila ng konting involvement with a lot of physicality happening here.
This just might be the energy that they need to get back into this game,
That's
having
right.
their home crowd behind them. Ramirez, strong attack. It's too deep right there on the shot. A minute gone by here in the fourth quarter. Aja Miranda going to Nico Panganiban. They've been going to this play numerous times sa laro na to, but that's picked off. 3-on-2. Isit goes all the way, blocked, but was fouled there by Galinato.
Oh. Galinato wants a review here. He could have a case. Seems like he played terrific defense here. Let's watch that again. Oh, that's clean.
That's all ball, yeah.
That's clean coming from Galinato.
Senator Joingoy Estrada now using his coach's challenge. Tinanong niya muna si John Galinato, sure ka ba? Sure ka ba? And Galinato nodding in agreement to his head coach and team owner.
This one team is being extra careful. You know, against a team like Batangas, you have to do every right thing because they can mount a comeback at any time.
We'll take a short break. The result of our coach's challenge in just a bit.
Upon review, the challenge was successful. There is no foul, resulting to a jump ball.
Successful challenge para kay Coach Senator Jingoy Estrada. Nakita naman natin sa replay kanina, it was a clean block, but let's take a look at it again. Isit attacks hard. Galinato just goes up with his hands up. Just good on his defense. So the Knights will be taking possession here. Unfortunate situation for Batangas City on that last sequence. That was a 3-on-2 break, Juanito.
Could have given up to the left or the right, but CJ Isit wanted to take it strong against a shorter Malonzo.
Isit getting a personal foul here.
Oh, there's a lot of action already. So, hinihiwalay muna para magpalamig ng ulo itong parehas na koponan.
Actually, I think there's a problem with the game clock here. Naayos lang nila. Both coaches using this opportunity to huddle up their players. Coach Dier Aquino trying to map out some instructions para sa kanya mga player dito. This is still very much possible for them. Down by 20. 8 minutes and 44 to go sa laro na to. Do you think a comeback is still imminent here, Juanito?
Well, you know, with a team like Batangas, it is possible. They have the right tools. They have the right coaching staff. They are here in their home court. The question is, can they make the stops against San Juan? They've been able to get the buckets. They've been able to score. Problema, hindi sila makatigil dito sa San Juan, which has been red hot the entirety of the ball game.
The best offense in the league, holding this Batangas City squad down so far in this game. And CJ Isit and company will have to work quadruply harder here in the final 8 minutes and 44 of this one. Try and see if they can snatch a victory against this well-oiled machine that is the San Juan Knights. That's another foul against Apinan. That's team foul number 4 here para sa Batangas.
In the first minute of the fourth quarter, and already 4 fouls para dito sa Batangas.
That definitely doesn't bode well for their cause here for a comeback.
They're trying to deny that basketball, but they're being too physical on the denial. That's why the refs are calling a lot of calls.
Miranda throws it away. Ramirez quick to the pass. Ramirez goes up and gets the 2 points.
And that's the way you want to trap the trapping zones. They were able to trap it. AJ Miranda's only choice was to throw it out.
Galinato gets through 3 red shirts there to get it across para sa San Juan. Miranda will set this one up in the half court. Ajem gets it to Panganiban. He has not been a factor in this game. Talking about Nico Panganiban. Well, at least in the second half. That's another foul against Batangas City. They're now in the penalty.
Very early in the penalty itong Batangas here in the fourth quarter.
Frustration really mounting here para sa koponan ni Cedric Ablaza. And that's now going to be 2 shots every foul call here against Batangas City for the next 8 minutes of this one. Nico Panganiban, 6 points in the first half, has yet to score here in the second half. A good thing it was only a warning method on Ced Ablaza, who did not give the ball right away to our game official.
It's really part of the frustrations that they're playing here in today's ball game.
Imagine to be playing this way on your home floor.
Yes. Who have very, very passionate fans.
Kaya doble yung naging inis nila dito eh. Is when you play on your home floor, you expect to give a good show to your hometown fans. Baloria, still no go from the outside. Jong Baloria hasn't been able to hit from three-point country in this game. Baloria is 0 out of 3 from three-point country, 2 out of 9 overall. 20 pa rin ang kalamangan dito. Galinato goes inside, sees Cugnatan at the corner. Hockey assist to Panganiban. That was initiated by John Galinato. Panganiban showing us his touch from the outside. 75-52. Ramirez can't answer back. Ablaza couldn't get the contact there from Reynel Hugnatan, who shied away purposely. There's a putback coming from Jong Baloria. Malonzo now to Hugnatan. The Knights will take their time here. They are in no need to rush. Miranda goes inside. Tough-looking jumper against Ablaza. That's short. Rebound tap to Galinato. Corner pocket 3. That's money for John Galinato.
That kind of a day para di San Juan. Everybody is chipping in. You know the most impressive statistic, Javi, para sa akin? The highest scorers only have 10 points para di San Juan in Paulo Hernandez as well as Marwin Taiwan. And it's been a well-balanced attack para dito sa San Juan. Everybody is just contributing in their own little way. Let's watch that once again. Galinato with a drive, quick swing, Panganiban with a 3. And the play right after, Galinato will be wide open on the corner after that pass galing kay Papa Ray.
That was actually a miss that Papa Reynel Hugnatan
Tapped out, yes.
to John Galinato. 24-point lead, and San Juan once again with possession of the basketball here. Galinato has had a remarkable fourth quarter here. He loses it. Ochea pushing it here for Batangas City. Ochea will stop and pop for 3. That's no good. Jeff Tahonera is in the game for the first time here for the Knights. Under 6 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Panganiban forcing Batangas City to wave that white flag. That he has yet to do so. He misses on that outside shot. Baloria inside trying to draw some contact. He does, plus getting the basket. 3-point play opportunity here para kay Jong Baloria. Tahonera giving a little bump after that to Jong Baloria.
It's a little action and some talking is being done by Tahonera and Baloria here.
Successful drive inside by Jong Baloria. There you see that little interaction right after. Nagkamustahan lang naman yung dalawa. Baloria with a chance to complete the 3-point play. Patuloy ang pagtingin niya dito kay Jeff Tahonera. trickles in for the Kapampangan sniper, Jong Baloria. 78 to 57. This lead is definitely still not yet safe para dito sa San Juan Knights. So I'm sure they will try and keep on extending this. AJ Miranda will try to force more seconds off of that 24. Miranda attacks left. Di sila nagkaintindihan doon ni Mike Malonzo. Senator Jinggoy Estrada was ready for that pass. Pero para sa mga di nakakaalam, Senator Jinggoy was actually a good basketball player back in his day.
Actually, I did not know that. Oh, grabe. Behind the back pass.
Panyamogan, switch of the hand right there, getting the left hand finish to go. This is a guy that has really struggled along with Jong Baloya. Actually, it's the rest of the Gunners para dito sa Batangas City. Plus, sorely missing the services of Levy Hernandez. It's only been Cedric Ablaza who has been able to perform well, at least offensively, para dito sa kupunan ng Batangas City. And yet, Ablaza actually has been quiet here in the fourth quarter. Galinato left wide open. And you see even the body language of Batangas City not really translating to an intention to win here.
It's really a different kind of ball game para dito sa Batangas. Not really what we're used to seeing. A very good culture that's used to winning a lot, itong Batangas. So, you know, it's just a matter of adjusting after this ball game. I'm sure Coach Cholo, Coach JR, and the rest of the coaching staff is not happy with this game. But it's very early in the season. They are still on the top 4 in the Southern Division. And Batangas can still recover from this loss.
By the way, Batangas hasn't actually lost here on their home floor this season. They defeated Iloilo in their first home defense. After that, they were able to take care of business against Rizal, defeated Davao Occidental, and then Binyan, as well as Valenzuela. So San Juan trying to pin their first home loss sa laro na to. Galinato continues his fine play here in the fourth quarter.
You know, I have to commend the young guys para dito sa San Juan. It's been Miranda, Galinato, Hernandez, and Juan who have been able to contribute heavily para dito sa Knights. Usually, it's guys like AC Soberano, guys like Marwin Taiwan or Orlan Wamar. But today, it's the youth of the San Juan Knights who will be providing a lot of points.
And it's a pity for Batangas City because, you know, aside from probably losing this game, they're not able to use this as a confidence booster leading into their matchup against the defending champions.
Or it could be the other way around. Now that they lost this game, it could be a good way to see, oops, we're not perfect. We have a lot of weaknesses. Itrabaho natin heading into the game versus Pampanga and Pangasinan.
Well, they haven't lost yet. There's still 3 minutes and 29 on the clock. This is a 19-point lead. AJ Miranda trying to put this one out of reach here with these 2 free throws.
Remember,
John Buluto has checked back in, yes?
Remember, last year, the first loss of Pampanga came from Batangas.
That's correct.
So, won't be surprising if it will be another good game between Pampanga and Batangas in their next game.
I cannot forget that game. Rafi Octubre certainly just lit it up against Balti Baltazar in the fourth quarter. That was a fine performance galing sa kanya. AJ Miranda, his free throw brought to you by Extreme Appliances, ang subok at kompletong appliance brand ng Pilipinas. At Miranda could not complete his free throws right there. Another opening here para dito sa Batangas City.
3 minutes and 22. Still a lot of basketball to be played here.
Can a miracle happen here for the Rum Masters? Panyamogan snaking his way inside. Ambuluto able to score. Lead down to 17.
Finally, some 2-pointer para dito kay John Ambuluto. He's had some sorry misses here in the ball game.
Batangas has had a lot of attempts in this game. A +7 in that department. 62 compared to 55, but they're only converting 37% of that. 23 makes to be exact out of the 62 attempts. Panyamogan charging. And on a fishing expedition there, ito si Philip Panyamogan. That's going to be 2 shots para sa kanya.
I'd like to take this time to actually give a shout out to some of my players in Signal who are from Batangas City. Some of our guys, Brian Bagunas, Coach Lek Faitaren, Alfred Valbuena, as well as John Mark Ronquillo. These are guys proud from Batangas. Batangas has always had a good sports program,
Oh, yeah.
either basketball or volleyball or any other sport. So shout out to all the athletes here in Batangas.
Actually, yung venue natin dito sa labas may magandang track oval.
Yes.
Panyamogan, only 6 points in this game after being awarded Player of the Game honors in that win against Bicolania, where he scored 25 points in that one, being part of that 17 three-point barrage that they had against the Orago. So a steal here by Ablaza, forward to Panyamogan. This is just a 13-point lead, 80-67.
You know, we've seen crazier things happen.
Almost picked up there by Don Ochea. AC Soberano is in the game. That is a turnover for San Juan. Ablaza sees Panyamogan for 3. Short. The tap goes to Jeff Taonera. That could have brought the house down. Oh my goodness. I'm sure Panyamogan very much frustrated with himself, but that's a jump ball situation called there in the battle for that loose ball. It's going to stay with Batangas City. They're going to try and map out a play here.
You gotta commend the fans. They're keeping this team alive. Their noise, their energy. It's 9:48 p.m. Sorry, it's almost 10 p.m. But still, the fans are alive here in Batangas.
We'll take a short break. We'll be right back. Up next for the San Juan Knights, they face the Caloocan Batang Kankalu at the Caloocan Sports Complex on July 25. 4 days after that, they will be going up against the Davao Occidental Tigers at the Philoil Eco Oil Center. And then the Bataan Risers on August 1 on the road against Team Bataan. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here. Batangas City making a late run to get to within 13 points here against the San Juan Knights. This lead was as big as 25 in this game. Baseline throw in here for the red shirts. Panyamogan inbounds to Baloria, back to Philip. Panyamogan. Oh, that looked short the moment it left his hands. It just hasn't been that kind of day para dito kay Philip Panyamogan.
That was a good play. That was actually wide open para kay Philip Panyamogan. Just could not get the shot in. Perfect execution, just could not make the shot.
We now enter the final 2 minutes of this one, brought to you by GameX. GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending, GameX. A futile attempt right there by the Batangas City Tanduay Rum Masters. And trying to close the gap further. Our referees will be reviewing that last out-of-bounds play. We are now under the final 2 minutes. That's why every out-of-bounds play will be reviewable by our game officials, our referees in this game. Jay Francisco is the crew chief. Ray Gabriel is umpire 1. Umpire 2, Pio Castañeda. And the fourth man on the sideline, John Paul Abobo. 80-67, Batangas City sorely missing the services of Coach Cholo Villanueva and Levy Hernandez.
As well as Mark Cruz.
For another game, just like Mark Cruz as well, who was also recently drafted last Sunday in the PBA draft. And there you see our MPBL leadership on your screens, led by our commissioner, Captain Marbel, Kenneth Duremdes, and the ever so hardworking Rudy Distrito, always quick to jump in between scuffles on the floor. After the review, it's going to be last touch on San Juan. Soberano was the last one on the ball. Batangas City with another chance here. Can they complete this comeback? We've seen crazier things happen. A miracle of biblical proportions might still take place here para sa Batangas City. Panyamogan gets it to Ablaza. Ablaza has been silent here in the fourth quarter. Ablaza could not get the foul call. Ball is loose. Dave Ando in the game for the first time. getting that 50-50 for the Knights. Miranda will take as much time as he can here against Jong Baloria. A lot of holding here coming from Jong. No foul called. Miranda able to get it to Ando. To the corner they go. Soberano already thought that was going to go in. Little Steph Curry reaction from AC Soberano. Kaya lang di pumasok.
Not really used to AC Soberano missing three-pointers. Average all the way up to 54% from three-point line.
That's just crazy. Also one of the few misses that he has. He's attempted more three-point shots this season than two-pointers. Aikalisan will try to add on more to the total of the Knights here. Now, if you think about it, Batangas City was actually able to limit San Juan below their average of 91 points per game.
And that's right. But that first quarter was just too much para dito sa Batangas. That 33-point explosion in the first quarter, they were just not able to recover anymore. They were able to fight it out the second and the third. They're actually going to win here in the fourth. But that first quarter was just too heavy para dito sa Batangas.
And if you look at the trend in terms of the quarter scoring 33 in the first quarter, 19 in the second quarter, then 16 in the third period. Pababa naging scoring ng San Juan. And even here, mas mababa pa. They're only up to 12 points here in the fourth frame.
But sometimes you see the importance of starting strong in a ball game. They may have struggled offensively in the second, third, and fourth quarter, but that 33-point explosion was enough for them to be able to go home with a victory.
Strong starts somehow account for something, even if you taper off in terms of your performance. It's just a matter of trying to take care of the advantage, which the Knights have done here in this game. Baloria trying to add some more points. 83-69, but the Knights will try and dribble this one out. Soberano will not attempt anymore. They will hold on to this one. And the Knights winning their 6th straight game here against Batangas City.
And they continue to power through against strong opponents. 2 games ago, they were able to beat Nueva Ecija, and now against one of the top teams in the Southern Division, San Juan will be able to win big with 16 points. We saw the depth, we saw the talent, we saw the physicality, everything going the side of the San Juan Knights. And as we go further in the season, the San Juan Knights continue to be one of the strongest teams.
They climbed to 15-1. They're just now 2 games behind the Pampanga Giant Lanterns at 17-1. Our best player of the game, Juanito, Paulo Hernandez.
We know this guy started out very strong in the first quarter, very efficient, only playing less than 15 minutes in the ball game. But in the first quarter, he exploded to 10 points, 3 out of 4 field goals. He was the one running, he was the one making the threes, making a lot of free throws, and well deserving of our player of the game honors is Paulo Hernandez here in today's ball game.
He was one of the guys that really set the tone for the Knights. Our best player of the game brought to you by Manny Pacquiao's MPBL. Our final score 83-69. Brought to you by GameX Sports, the official online basketball lending partner of the MPBL. Basta ending Game X. Certainly a big win here for the San Juan Knights as they take a tighter hold, a tighter grasp on the second position in the Northern Division, while Batangas 6 in the Southern Division. They go down to 12-5, but still at the number 4 spot, but now tied with the Davao Occidental Tigers with the same record. Our best player of the game, Paulo Hernandez, is at courtside with Ms. Mika Besames.
Maraming salamat. Tama ka, ang ating Manny Pacquiao's MPBL best player of this game. Walang iba kundi si Paulo Hernandez. Ikaw talaga ang nagsimula ng spark nung first quarter sa 33 points. 10 ang iyo in almost 3 minutes lang, Paulo.
Grace lang ni God yun na nanalo kami this game, and yung effort ko lang and yung tiwala sa akin ng mga kuya ko and ni Senator Jinggoy and ng coaching staff, sinusuklayan ko lang.
Napakadaming emosyon dito sa larong ito, pero talaga namang nagpakita kayo ng composure hanggang dulo. Mukhang itong sistema na to ay talagang ready na para sa next rounds of competition, Paulo.
I think yes, pero at the same time, madami pa kaming kulang, madami pa kaming need to improve going to high level of basketball and sa mga susunod naming games.
Maraming salamat. Meron ka ba mga gustong batiin at pasalamatan?
Of course, thank you kay God for this game and walang na-injury. And sa family ko, nagsusupport sa akin. And thank you kay Senator Jingoy Estrada, kay Boss Jeremy Go, kay Congressman Brian Jamsuan, kay Boss James Go. And sa aming sponsors, Alaksan FR, Go for Gold, 4-Piece Party List, Fin & Glow Grill, JSU Amusup, Bigol Saro Party List, Power Hoop Sports Clothing, at sa lahat ng mga San Juaneños.
Maraming salamat once again. Our Manny Pacquiao's MPBL best player of this game is Paulo Hernandez. Javi and Juanito.
Maraming salamat, Mika. Congratulations to Paulo Hernandez and the rest of the San Juan Knights for winning their 6th straight game. Our games tomorrow happening at the Cuneta Astrodome in Pasay at 4 o'clock p.m. The Zamboanga Master Sardines will battle it out with the Quezon City Toda Action. After that, it's going to be the South Cotabato Warriors facing off against the Abra Weavers. And in our main game, that's going to be a blockbuster between the Pasay Voyagers going up against the leaders in the South, the Quezon Huskers, at 8 o'clock p.m. Thank you so much for joining us here at the Batangas City Coliseum. For my partner, Coach Juanito Gregorio, our courtside reporter, Ms. Mika Abisamis, and all of the hardworking men and women of our production crew, this has been Javi Palanya saying good night from Batangas City. This has been the Maharlika Pilipinas Basketball League, ang liga ng bawat Pilipino.